Welcome to In the Pits with Kris. I'm here with Billy Prost after a chaotic four-cylinder race.
Thank you. Yeah, it was those guys were driving so hard tonight, I was a little scared, honestly. I had to go to the back a couple times, in the middle. Car wasn't working good on the outside, so I was fighting for the bottom. And man, what a war, what a war. To come home with a third after all that, I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, there's so many cars that got out there. Only 8 cars finished out of 17 that started.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize that many dropped out. Yeah, we had a pretty good field. Again, that's good. It's good for the sport. These cars keep showing up. And now we got that new track challenge. You know, the winner won, I think, half of $260. That's good. And somebody else is going to get the other 130. Awesome.
Yeah, that was your first-time winner, Kevin Carr.
Yep, Kevin Carr. Congratulations to them. They did a good job, man. He kept his car clean, and he was running hard, man. He was tough to catch, no doubt.
There was even guys at the front you wouldn't expect, like Jason Lane, or like Luke Chipola getting a top 5.
Another guy, that Jason Lane in the 01 car, he did an awesome job. I was battling him in the heat race. We got together a little bit. He wasn't too happy with me. I wasn't too happy with him, but we worked it out, and he got a good finish, and so did I. So, good night at the track.
So, how'd you get third place after all that mayhem?
I drove my butt off after the last caution. I was driving so hard. The tires were probably smoking going in every corner because I was so hard on the brake. But I just went for it. And then I knew where I was at, and I saw the laps. You know, I didn't have enough time to get by the other guys, so I settled for third.
Yeah, third's still good considering what was going on, and there's like so many cars all over the racetrack. You didn't know what to do.
You're right. I didn't know what to do. It was high. It was low. I was in the back. I was in the middle, trying to get to the front. But all in all, like I said, it ended on a good note. I did good in the points tonight. The guys that are ahead of me didn't do as well as I did, so I made a little bit ground back that I gave up a couple weeks ago, and I made that mistake and wrecked myself. You remember, right?
I don't think I do, but
I hit Jelena Carpenter going through 3 and 4. My left rear hopped over her right front, and I took myself out.
Uh-oh.
Yep,
so,
I lost a lot of points that day.
But nice talking to you. Good on third place win, considering there's only 8 cars left at the end of the race.
Thank you, Kristopher, and as always a pleasure. Thank you, sir. Okay,
this is Patrick Force. He did a really good job in the factory stock race, which was the last race was like bumper cars. How'd you keep your car in one piece?
You know, you do the best you can every week. You know, it's kind of the same thing week in and week out in this division. You know, people think they're at the Piccadilly Inn racing bumper cars instead of racing race cars, so they just don't understand it, and there's just no ethic and no courtesy in this division. So you kind of just get used to it and come here every week and hope for the best, do the best, and whatever the outcome is, it is anymore.
So how'd you get this car dialed in after just a quick transition from the New Egypt Speedway up to the high banks at Wall?
I mean, it's a big learning curve. You know, a lot of it starts with, when you're racing dirt, it's a lot easier to pass. It's a lot easier to get through the field. You know, when the car's tight or it's loose, it's easier to make adjustments on the fly than it is, racing one of these. So you kind of just week in and week out, come together with the team, figure out what the car did and didn't do, and try to find speed each week. And, like I said, go out there and hope for the best. But, I can tell you one thing, from racing New Egypt to Wall Stadium is, them guys at New Egypt, they race you with respect. Here, they'll wreck your mother to win.
Okay, nice talking to you, Patrick.
You as too. I appreciate all you're doing. You're doing a great job, buddy. Thank you.
Okay, Johnny. I'm here with Johnny Carpenter. How did you get 4 wins this season? It's been like you're dominating the factory stocks, even though you've had so many different challengers today.
Yeah, I don't know if we're dominating. I mean, we're doing a lot of hard work during the week to make sure the car's right. Just crossing our T's and dotting our I's every week and trying to just get it up front. It's getting harder and harder starting in the back. Car's a little banged up tonight, but we kept 4 wheels on it, kept them straight, and made it victory lane.
Yeah, that with 4 wins to me in a season, that tells me that you're doing really good with all these races and all these challengers.
Yeah, just over the years, learned a lot from different competitors. I was talking to Shannon Monjo earlier. He says, I learned a lot, which I did. I finished behind that car a lot of times, learned a lot about how he drives, and, just trying to keep the wheels straight and not overdrive the car and try to get it to the front.
So how'd you get this win tonight?
I think a little bit of luck, because we did get some damage, from some of the accidents that happened, but we just got through there and we're lucky enough to come away with the victory.
Which sponsors would you like to thank?
Conover Killings, those guys do a lot for me, help me out. Guy Rob and Jake, and Thrive Spine and Sports, Asbury Ale House, D&D Motorsports, my family, my crew. Couldn't do it without all of them.
Okay, good talking to you, Johnny. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Hey, this is Nick Bilello. He did a really good job in the twin 20s for the factory stock. So, how'd you keep the car in one piece?
The first one we started on the inside to 5th, so I had good hope for that race, and then it didn't work out because we got stuck on the top for a restart. But the second one, we were starting 6th, so I was a little bit nervous, but the top was rolling pretty good, so we were able to get down and then just go from there. And with a little bit of contact, we got stuck together, but we kept it in one piece and finished 3rd.
So how'd you finish 3rd through all the things that happened today?
Yeah, the second feature is definitely a lot more contact. I'm getting better weekly, but there's a lot of good guys out here. I'm just trying my best. My brother's helped me with all the advice he gives me, and just trying to keep the car in one piece and not hit a lot of stuff with the front tires.
Okay, so what sponsors would you like to thank?
Van Wickle Auto, Napa, Jersey Shore Contracting. What else? We got Surfside Collision, Hart Financial, and so many other people help throughout the weekly and weekly.
Okay, nice talking to you, Nick.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.